Liam says he's planning a movie night.
That's the idea.
He's putting it off because it didn't seem right after seeing the exaltation facility. But now there's a delay. I had a thought. Every vid's better with snacks, right? I found an Angaran recipe for these little morsels you can make from a local Helios plant, but it's rare and...
You want me to look for one?
Oh, would you? I'd love to, be social and things.
The hell you did? You can't just undo 10 hours of work.
I had to. Your revamp risks power imbalance between decks, something we solved back home.
It's twice as efficient. Just because it doesn't match your sainted specs.
And now it does. As you say, deal with it.
Callow.
I know, just please don't let this distract you. What can I do for you?
Tell me something else about the ship.
The glass on board? It's actually a clear oxide and nanofiber compound. It bends rather than shattering.
How tough is it? We're only an arm's length away from hard vacuum.
Our testing involved 3 drunk Krogan with sledgehammers and a C-Sec battering ram. It's sturdy.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Nuh-uh, no peeking. I'm putting the finishing touches on my personal project.
I thought you said it was on the Nexus.
I'm just perfecting the final component here, or should I say, trying to. Several of the crew have offered to help, and I keep politely declining and ushering them out. So, thank you for retrieving that critical piece of Remtech, but kindly stop digging.
I'm naturally curious, and I'm sure the crew just wants to bond.
Curious is good. Builds anticipation. I'll leave the bonding to you. Not my style. I realize it must be hard being the Pathfinder and not being able to know everything. But there's so much you can do that no one else can. It's safe to say that you, my friend, are one of a kind.
I hope I'm not just your latest cure for boredom.
Me too. Don't worry. I doubt I've seen all your bells and whistles. But no more distractions. The next time you're on the Nexus, my project will be done. Come by, and I'll unveil it. Now, if you will, please leave me to my own devices. We were right about the vault on Aya, huh? What a find.
And this Meridian Vault might jumpstart all the others.
I knew hitching my wagon to yours would pay off.
So what's your take? Is this Meridian what we think it is?
Everything we've seen, each remnant system we've uncovered, is connected to everything else. The bots, the monoliths, the vaults. It stands to reason that activating Meridian will connect the entire network and rekindle terraforming across the cluster.
So you think we're doing the right thing?
Well, yeah.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it. Wait, Lexi, your dad?
I thought I hated the Ket before. Then we learned about exaltation. I can't even begin to imagine how Jal feels about this.
I was curious about you and Sid, being on your own from such a young age.
Yeah, I really wouldn't recommend it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Back on Palaven, I suppose. She was an awful person. All she cared about was climbing the ranks. She and my dad fought all the time. I think at the end they hated each other. When things were really tough, I thought about going back. But she wouldn't have accepted us. Whatever my dad did destroyed any chance of that.
Where was home? Palaven?
No, we'd already left Palaven by then. Whatever our dad was involved in meant we weren't welcome there. I hadn't even gone to boot camp yet. Sid was barely a year old. We eventually settled in a mining colony in the Minos wasteland. 2 years later, our dad was gone.
How did he keep you and your sister afloat?
I was barely more than a kid myself, so lots of unskilled work, construction jobs. No one else would do the dangerous stuff, so I would, being up high, crawling under things. I could shoot a gun, so eventually I moved into smuggling. Even more dangerous, but lucrative. We were never rich, but we got to comfortable.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Now, exaltation. The Ket just keep asking for more trouble.
Really looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line.
Hey, kid.
Got any stories or advice to share?
Does a pyjak scratch its butt?
Tell me more about fighting Ket.
Shoot stuff and don't die. Always works for me.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Did I hear right? You're going after the Archon's ship?
Looks like it.
Last time we crossed his path, you nearly broke my baby here. Now, tell me you have a better plan of escape this go-around.
We'll be winging it, as usual.
I'll get my tools. Just... stay out of the skirts, huh?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
That vault on Aya was so gorgeous, so alive.
And Meridian might be the key to the others.
No wonder the Archon wants to control it, like everything in Helios.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Still deciphering the Ark's last known course from the flight recorder, and making sure we're ready for a fight.
Any more Commando war stories?
Always liked Janae. She was only 200, and with me around, she wasn't the kid anymore. She was a biotic protege. I once saw her yank an AA gun right off its housing, crushed a gang of slavers with it.
Ouch.
They didn't feel it for long. Janae was a good friend. Maybe she still is back there. Won't be a kid now, though.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Ah, Ryder. Sorry for the mess.
Who's your friend?
An exalted Ket. I called Jarl to show him. Ah, there he is. Jarl, look at this. There's nothing Angara inside.
The physical can be deceiving.
I've run hundreds of tests. Only traces of the Angara genome remain. The exalted are Ket.
There must be a way to fix them.
Anything's possible. We just have to keep trying.
Even from mistakes, we can learn. Thank you, Ryder.
What?
Jarl needs to accept that exaltation is permanent. You're making his grief worse.
We've barely scratched the surface of what Ket are capable of.
The exalted are new beings. It's more than a transformation, it's a birth. There's no going back. Jarl is part of this crew. His welfare is my responsibility.
And you're taking good care of him. Just remember why you came here too. There is a new alien species on your table.
My hands actually shook when I made the first incision. See this bone-like armor? It feels as strong as a Krogan's frontal plate.
I'll take your word for it.
I should probably clean this up before it starts to smell.
There's much to say about that facility on Vol.
There will be. But maybe not right now.
I get you, pal. Inane chatter about nothing coming up.
We've talked enough for now. I'm still processing our disagreement, and I need some distance.
Pathfinder, Ryder. Last time we talked was... that was weird, right? Not the part with you. I mean, it was all with you. Things get close on a ship like this. Things happen.
No complaints, Costa. I trust that goes both ways.
You bet it did. Make no mistake. Listen, one night was one night. I'm a big boy. I won't get clingy. That's the last thing you need. But I won't run either. So maybe we keep this in mind for the future? No pressure.
We both have a lot going on. But, yeah, let's not close that door.
Glad to hear it. This nervousness right here, most normal I've felt since we got to Andromeda. Maybe we could spend some time off ship just doing stuff. Like visiting Aya. I've got some things I'd like your eyes on. No rush, unlike everything else.
Hello, Sarah. Exploring the Exaltation facility brings a Salarian quote to mind. We uplifted desperate souls into weapons, and know not what we destroyed.
That's a fair description of exaltation.
I have changed since we linked, but I am still myself. Exaltation takes personhood and overwrites it, destroys it. I already understood that such destruction is wrong. Now, through you, I know why it is abhorrent.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
What is green with red toenails?
No idea. What is green with red toenails, Sam?
A Krogan masquerading as a cherry tree.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
I'm going to do it. I've run all the tests. It's non-toxic. If we're going to live here, someone has to take the plunge and actually try to eat things.
Dr. Tapero, please do something.
Don't do it, Suvi.
You told on me. I thought we were friends. You, sir, are uninvited from all my parties.